Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's early morning for me, y'all. Got my coffee, got my peanut butter bread. Yes, it's bread with peanut butter. Nice little protein. Okay, let's do this. Pop out chat. Docs, custom browser doc. Paste, apply. Alright, close. Oops. We'll dock that right there. Let's pop that out. Alright, get this dock situation straightened out just a second. There we go. There we go. Now good. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. We are about to get started with today's stream. We are okay. Clip needs to open. Clip needs to open. Clip. Trying to get Clip Studio open. All right, guys. Let's wait for a few more people to get in the chat. Let's wait for a few more people to get in, and we'll get started. We're gonna try and get through this chat, get through this stream today. Um, so when you get inside when you get inside, just hit me up and let me know that you are here. Give me give, you know, hit me in the chat. Say good morning. Say good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, hopefully we the internet issues that have plagued me all week long will not be an issue today, and we will be able to have a real successful live stream, and hopefully get a lot done. If you guys got questions or anything like that, definitely hit me up in the chat. Um, oh, let's send out some invites real quick. See how that works out. Cool, 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 cool. Um, got a few things we're gonna do today. We're gonna go ahead and get started with this cover. Design this thumbnail. We'll definitely talk about some stuff. Still need to figure that out. It's early morning. Move. See, one thing I'm due already. I'm gonna move the dude over some. There we go. Move him over some. Cool. All right. Message on X. Does anybody even use X anymore? Well, people do. I know, because it is the most easily of apps right now. There is no cost obligation to this invitation on the opportunity inclusion continue upon verification. It's been posted by the world's most influential professor since 1898. I'd like to send you. Yeah, this sounds interestingly not good. Let's see about that messaging. Who else? Hello, okay. I really need to be better about posting on LinkedIn. Really do. Let me see here. Don't really have many people on Reddit that I know of. I need to get better with Reddit too. So if anybody is expert with Reddit, please let me know, because I definitely want to do a better job with my Reddit game than I've been doing. That's definitely something I want to get better at. And so if anybody can help a brother with that, please hit me up. Please, please, please. Where's my pencil? Where's my? There we go. Stylus. Yeah, see that? Might not be in focus. Uh, the nib on here is starting to wear down. I'm probably gonna have to swap it out soon. I think I'm probably gonna have to get some more felt nibs soon. So the biggest issue um, with this particular style is, especially with my drawing style, um, you get to use either a plastic nib or a felt tip nib. Now I have fallen in love with felt tip nibs. Unfortunately, I am heavy-handed, so um, my nibs tend to grind down pretty fast, and I go through. So I'm probably gonna have to order some more in the coming weeks. Let's get back to the lecture at hand, which is drawing this cover, this thumbnail cover illustration. All right, so before things just refused to work, when everything just fell apart a couple days ago, we were drawing the bad guy and his face off in this chapter with our hero Zarya. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw her, and then we're going to start the inking process. We're going to start the coloring process with all these guys. And that's what we'll be working on today. Feel free to ask questions. Hit me in the chat. Please, please, please hit me in the chat. Also, hit that like button. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button. That tells not only YouTube, but it tells people within your vicinity or in your circles that you like me. And if people know that you like me, then they may come check out what's going on out of curiosity. So let's see here. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just posting on IG. Actually, I think I'm gonna post some stories instead of making another post. Stories are more temporary. All right, let's do that. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Um, Dang it, that'd be cool if I had that. Um, so what I'll do, so I will go here. Do, 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 do. Let's see if I can go to my let's see if we can go over here. Let's try a few things first, you know. Content. Alright, there we go. Can I get that share link? Yes, I can. That's all I needed. Share link. Okay, let's go over here. Not doing that. Doing this. Link. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Oh, that's not doing what I needed to do. Okay, so that didn't work. So we're gonna say, there we go. And say one more thing. Come hang out. There we go. And put a little music behind it because hey, why not? And we can put music behind. We put music behind stuff in IG as long as doing all the right things. Hey, 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 hey! Got a few people in here. Got a couple people in here. Say hi. Hit me in the chat. Say hi. Okay, maybe we can't. Are you acting weird? There we go. We put in Dodger Blue. Come on. Don't give me copyrighted. Alright, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna watch that later. Alright. Alright now. So I'm doing random social media stuff and looking for my stylus, which keeps rolling up under my tablet. I don't know why it does that. It just does. It's like it's playing hide and go seek with me. All right. Yeah, I know what time it is. Enough talking. Enough rhetoric. Which one? No, yeah, that's the right one. It is time to put on the drawing gloves of power. Okay, um, now it's just my drawing glove, that my anti-static gloves that keeps me from messing up the surface with my the oils in my skin. But that's kind of that's the purpose of this thing right here. Um, some people hate them. I used to hate them, but I've grown to like it. It's I see the purpose behind it. Um, my Wacom 22, which is still good, by the way. I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and just try and get that cleaned up and sold. Um, probably sell it to some kid. It's just it's a setup though, right? But that Wacom 22, which is still good, it does have some scratches and areas. It's got this like one dead area off to the left. Not a dead area, but it is an area where I can tell um, um, there are a few too many scratches there. So and I guess that's the drawback with these types of machines. At the end of the day, these tablets, you know, this is the XP Pen 19 Gen 2. These are great. They're great for drawing, but they have their delicate side as well. So we have to be aware of proper care and maintenance. So that being said, that's why I've gone to wearing the glove as much as I possibly can. I still forget, but if you have a iPad, a tablet, anything like that, um, it's I think it would be recommended to get one of these. They've got some off-brand ones on Amazon. I'll probably put a list of supplies that you guys can get um, in the description for this one and in the description for future videos as well, or future lives as well. Somebody texting me. It's just yeah, got you. Okay, buddy. All right. Guess I better at least acknowledge I read it. So I'll just keep seeing that. 4% would go. I need to put that on the charger though. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I gotta grab something. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And face track back enable. Re-enable. There we go. Re-enable. And it feels so good. There we go. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. So in this thumbnail scene, okay, stop that. We got Big Bad Byron Jason Hurd. So we'll be looking down on our hero, Zarya. I'll put her on her own separate layer. Make sure we got the 100% black going. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Alright. So we want to put her right here. reason I decided to go head first. I also think I kind of messed up on that lip a little bit. So, alright, think. Alright, this actually, like, normally I don't get these off rip. I don't nail these off rip, but I kind of nailed this off rip. I'm really kind of happy with myself right now. uh, Now her hat is going to kind of be a bit of a issue. I always have a problem with that. No, it came through. Hair. Uh-uh, uh-uh. Bitch, man. Just thinking to myself, that way YouTube can't copyright me. Can't copyright a person singing to himself. I don't know. Shoot. The way these music companies, record companies act, they just might. You violated copyright. I was singing to myself. That was enough, buddy. That was enough. Alright, actually, I made it a little too big. So I'm bringing it down just a little bit more. Remember, this dude's supposed to look like a giant in comparison to her. So she can't be, she's got to stand tall, but she's got to be at an intimidating height disadvantage. Um, so this is again episode 8 of the Zero G um, drama cast illustrated podcast, and this is like the conclusion of the first story arc. So um, a lot of things are going to get resolved. A lot of things are not going to get resolved because that's the nature of being a storyteller. We don't want to resolve everything, especially um, since this is more of a soap opera type of story. I actually think I'm gonna move that hairspray a little bit because it's covering the eye a little too much. I want the eye to be visible somewhere. I may even move that back a little bit more. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so we got that one with color. And then there we go. Yeah, that works. Um, Hat. So yeah, so this is kind of the penultimate chapter, and guys are kind of getting positioned for whatever's going to come in the second season. If you don't know, like I said, Zero G is the podcast, drama cast that I have been producing on the Foresight Media YouTube channel. If you're not a subscriber, what are you doing? Go subscribe to the channel. Here, I'm gonna put the link into the chat for you guys. Um, it's basically where our stories, these stories that I create, this is where they go to live. So you know, everything has to have its home, and this is where those stories go to live. and enjoy life. So there you go, guys. If you haven't already, gone over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and then if you wish to look at the first, excuse me, 5 episodes, yeah, 5 episodes. I'm gonna put the link to the playlist. Put the link to the playlist to the first 5 episodes. Um, paste. There we go. And there we go. So there's the link to the the channel itself. Again, that's the channel where all this content goes to live. So if you're seeing this stuff, um, this is where that work goes. So you can see the final product. Um, I'm really going to be leaning into a much more consistent schedule. I know that's kind of hard to believe, but we are. We were trying to be consistent this week. We just were not allowed to be great, and I'm gonna die on that hill because I tried to be as I tried to give you content every day, and Spectrum would not cooperate. And I do think that was more of a issue caused by the you know the weather more than the internet provider in this case, but it was still frustrating nonetheless. If you notice now, I'm just blocking in areas where I know the black is going to go, and I mark those off with an X. So just so I know in the future where those characters, where those black areas need to go. So then I don't have to fill it in because I'm just filling in with um, fill it in when I ink it. Um, so because I know sometimes, and sometimes we do, you know, it's a choice. It's a choice, y'all. So sometimes fill in areas um, when you're doing the pencil stage. Sometimes you don't. All right, let's hit the double. Let's hit the hand real quick. All right. Okay, so now actually, I'm gonna move these two more towards the middle. Hit that. Yeah, I want to center these two just a little bit. Um, yeah, yeah. So I want them too close to each other because it's not intimate. It's supposed to be adversarial. So we try to keep a little bit of distance to them. We want them definitely looking at each other. Kind of. If you notice, there's this, his eye, so they're kind of like their gaze are meeting each other. Um, that's important for this drawing. They have to look like they're looking at each other. That's one of the reasons why I had to move a hairspray and make sure that they definitely look like they're looking at each other and that they are not happy to be in each other's presence. All right, so let's continue. I'm going to go ahead and create another layer, and so in the last two thumbnails that we did for this series, um, he we've had this theme of him being in the background, in shadow. Well, I'm going to reverse that, and now it's a major character that's going to be in the shadow. In the shadow. So what we're gonna do first and foremost, we're gonna drop those guys out just for a second, because I want to be able to just concentrate on this character because he's falling behind them. But it's very important. I think that's, and if you notice, we just, as always, we just kind of blocking things out. Um, I think as you become a little bit more confident and seasoned with your art, um, you know, we're we're taught to, you gotta build your character up. You know, you draw a thumbnail. You know, you draw a skeleton. Hold on, just a second. Why are you acting stupid, camera? There we go. Lock in. There we go. Lock in. All right. So yeah, but you're taught. You know, you draw. You might draw a stick figure first. Then you put the body on top of the stick figure. Um, which is true. That's how you kind of learn. But after a while, what really happens, or what I really think people learn, is that you learn that really this is about creating shapes more than anything else. Um, we build off of the shapes that we create, and you know that's how we really. So it's about drawing those shapes and understanding how they fit into the grand scheme of the of whatever it is that you're drawing. So a lot of times I'm more or less drawing shapes now, which is why I don't just start traditionally anymore. Um, it's just a little bit easier. Um, you move a little bit faster because you're not drawing um, just you're not just going through this and just saying, okay, well, I did the thumbnail and I did this and I did that. Um, Now my artwork should look great. It's like, no, it's a little bit more to it than that, guys. Quite frankly, there's a lot more to it. And I think getting out of the idea of doing everything by doing everything in this kind of this workflow is important. Understanding how what you're doing is so much more. So like even like something like squinting eyes is more of the shape. What does that look like? Is that you know is that kind of like you normally you draw an eye. Yeah, people eyes normally like that, right? Um, so that's kind of an eye. But then you got skin crinkles and stuff like that. So what does that shape look like? Especially a guy that's squinting, like that means the eyes kind of down like so, right? Because the eyelid is closed down a little bit. How does that look? You got eye wrinkles and stuff like that. So those are things you want to consider. Um, and when we're doing all of this type of work, um, you know, I zoom in, I can kind of see what I like and what I don't like about this drawing so far. Um, just afraid of their guidelines. I like using my guidelines to help me figure things out.